Hey there, everyone, and welcome to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. It looks like a couple of new machines from Arcade1up have leaked online through a brand new retailer. Well, brand new to them at least. And to nobody's surprise, one of them happens to be a Pac-Man machine, and the other one, a claw machine? Well, anyway, we'll talk about that right after this. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this video. If this happens to be your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscription button, click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a new video, give this one a thumbs up, and leave a comment below if you want to be part of the conversation. So let's check this out, because it looks like through a retailer called Books A Million, we've got a couple of new machines coming from Arcade1up. Alright, so starting off, we're going to take a look at this one. This is Pacman Plus Deluxe. Now, this first leaked yesterday through a different retailer called Pop Market, I believe. But that listing has since taken down, and now it's shown up on this other one, Books A Million. Again, sites that we haven't seen selling things from Arcade1up before. And a couple of interesting things to note. First off, you'll notice this says that it's by Alliance Entertainment. Now, a week or so ago, an announcement was made that Arcade1up was going to be partnering with Alliance Entertainment. This is the Alliance Entertainment website. They've kind of got their hand in a lot of different things: music, movies, gaming, pop culture, all kinds of different things. Here's the gaming portion of this, and if I scroll down, you will see that, yes, one of their partners is Arcade1up, along with other big names like Microsoft, Nintendo, and Activision. So it looks like these machines that I'm going to be showing off today are the first in this new partnership with Alliance Entertainment, because it's interesting that it says that here and doesn't actually say that this is by Arcade1up. Now, there's a couple of things that I can point out on this. I believe the Pop Market listing actually had some more information, dimensions and things like that. We're not getting that here, so I don't want to go too much into that. I do know that some people have noted that this does seem like it might be in that same kind of slimcade form factor that the two-player NBA Jam did, because apparently this is only about 18.4, somewhere in that depth here, whereas a lot of the other Arcade1ups were like in the 20s or something like that. Again, I don't have those exact numbers in front of me, but people have made that notice on these. Again, without dimensions on here, that's about all I can say about that. Now, beyond that, this looks very much like the Pacman Plus Cabaret Cab that came out a couple of years ago, but now in the deluxe form factor without a riser here. Now, on that one, the J panel here did light up, so maybe this will do the same thing. Probably have the light up marquee here. You've got the coin door here. I don't know if the other one had a molded coin door on it or not. I don't fully remember, but this is basically the Cabaret Cab that they did a couple of years ago, just in this new deluxe form factor. Again, time will tell if it's the skinnier version that we're seeing now with NBA Jam, or if this is closer to some of the other deluxe that have been released. Now, beyond that, there's not much more to say. It's Pac-Man. It's going to have a lot of the same games we've seen on other Pac-Man releases. Again, I don't know exactly which ones were on that Cabaret Cab, but my guess is this is going to be about the same. It looks like it's going to retail for $4.99, so again, right in line with the other deluxes that have been released recently. This is on a pre-order. I'm not sure exactly when this is supposed to come out. I did try putting this in a cart to see if it would say anything on a delivery date. It's not. It just says it's a pre-order. So again, I want to say the Pop Market one said sometime in October, so not too far in advance, but again, just going off of this, I can't really say exactly when it's going to be. Now, before I move on to the next one, there is one other interesting thing that I wanted to point out here. Now, I like to follow these shipment containers through Import Genius, see what's coming in through Tastemakers, through Arcade1up. And a few weeks back, I did post a video on this Golden Tee/Bowling Deluxe right here, 40 pieces that came in towards the end of August, and wondering if this is something new that we're going to see, a Golden Tee/Bowling cab similar to the Golden Tee/Midway that came out. We still haven't seen anything more on that, so I don't know what's going on with that. Will that be another one of these Alliance deals? Will that be another Costco special like the Golden Tee Midway? I'm not sure. But a couple of days later, and I saw this but didn't make much about it at the time, was this Pacman Plus Deluxe. But it was a single piece photo shoot sample. So again, I saw this and I didn't make a lot out of it, but that's probably what this is. Pacman Plus Deluxe. This is the only thing we've seen so far that's listed as a Pacman Plus Deluxe. It looks like they must have got one in as a sample, maybe to shop around or whatever, and this Pop Market, Books A Million, whatever, decided to pick it up and do it. But I haven't seen any more of those come in yet. Hence, why they're on pre-order, I guess, waiting for these to actually come in, these shipments to come in. But it is interesting that towards the end of October, they did get one of these in as a photo shoot sample. But that's all for now for Pacman Plus Deluxe. Let's move on to the next one, which I think is even more interesting. And that, of course, is this, the long-rumored claw machine from Arcade1up. Yes, it looks like this thing is actually real. It looks like they are actually going to be coming out with a claw machine. Now, again, there's not a lot to go on here, just a picture. There is literally no other details, no other information. Again, part of the Alliance Entertainment deal. Haven't seen this show up on anything else, Pop Market or anything like that, just this Books A Million website. But let me blow up the picture a little bit and take a closer look at it and maybe just infer a couple of things. All right, so one thing for sure, it's hard to tell from this if this is an actual like production model version that they're showing here or if this is some kind of render. I watched P-Dub's Arcade Loft's video earlier today, and he did think that this was just a render, and I tend to agree with him. I think that's probably true. But there might be a couple of things that we can kind of figure out from here, and a couple of things that definitely need to be answered. First off, does this marquee piece here light up? You can see it says Arcade1up claw machine. It says Arcade1up on the side and whatever. But does this piece light up? Of course, you've got the claw here. Is this metal? Is this plastic? We really can't tell. You got these plastic balls in here. Hopefully this is what it comes with. I would say this would be pretty cool if it comes with these plastic balls, if this is what it's meant to grab and do, instead of putting like, say, stuffed animals or, other things in here for people. If you've got these plastic balls and you want to put some cute little prizes or candy or something in this for kids or whatever to come over and play and all. No, I'm not suggesting that you lure kids in with candy and a claw machine. Stop it. But anyway, you get my meaning. Just something that you can put in these balls, and that's what it grabs and whatever. So hopefully this is something it comes with. Again, is there plexiglass here? Is it real glass? Probably some kind of plexiglass. What I would love to see is some kind of like LED lighting along the back would be kind of cool, or maybe that's something that you can mod and add yourself. You look at the control panel here, and you've a typical joystick button configuration for a claw machine. You've got your joystick so you can move the claw back and forth. Your button that you hit, and that will drop it and make it try to grab, whatever's underneath it and whatever. You can see there is a switch here. Let me see, can I blow this up a little bit more? You can see there's a switch here, which is probably the typical on-off switch, but it almost looks like I can see a little black dot right here. It almost looks like there's another switch here. Now, whether or not that is a volume for sounds, whether or not this thing makes sounds as it goes up and down, or whether that's for turning some kind of lighting on and off, we'll have to wait and see. Or maybe it's just a trick of the render or whatever this turns out to be, but it looks like there might be something here. And then, of course, you've got this here, and I'm not sure what this is, but this does look like some kind of dial. Again, not sure what that is, whether you can dial in something having to do with the strength of how this grabs or whatever. I don't know, but there's something there for sure. And then, of course, you've got your area where it drops down. It's too bad that there isn't at least like a faux coin door here as well for the claw machine. Now, I know most claw machine nowadays, they have the scanners for cards and stuff like that. You don't see too many where you put coins in, but back in the day they did. So it would be cool to have a coin door here as well, like we're used to seeing on some of the Arcade1up game machines. Again, beyond that, not much more that we can tell from this because there just isn't any info here other than a price. Again, $499, just like the deluxe models, which I think is not bad for this, if I'm being honest. if this thing works kind of as advertised, $4.99 for a stand-up claw machine, in that 3/4 scale, going to fit in with your arcade, I think is not a bad price. I'd be curious to see how this works, see how well it works in practice and all before I dive into one. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking that's not such a bad price. Of course, you can't, this is not on pre-order yet. You cannot order this yet. It just says items currently not available. So we'll have to wait and see when this actually becomes available and if these are going to show up on any other sites. Are we going to see these on Amazon? Are we going to see these on Walmart or Best Buy? We'll just have to wait and see. And there you have it. Those are the 2 latest leaks from Arcade1up through this Books A Million website. What do you think of them? What do you think of the Pacman Plus Deluxe Cabaret Edition, whatever you want to call it? Again, yes, it's another Pac-Man, but at least it's something a little bit interesting in this Cabaret Cab Edition. I know a lot of people like that, so to see it in a deluxe format, I think might be interesting for some people. Again, depending on whether or not this is going after that Slimcade look like the NBA Jam did, or whether it's more in line with their typical deluxes that they have been releasing over the last year or so. But more interesting, I think, is that claw machine. This is something that has been rumored for quite some time now, and it's interesting to see it finally show up somewhere. So I, for one, am very curious about that one. I cannot wait to see how it works, how it plays. Hopefully it'll show up in some places where I can get to check it out. I'm not sure. I don't have a Books A Million anywhere near me that I'm aware of, but it'll be interesting to see from other people possibly what this winds up being like. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of these two? First off, are you interested in another Pac-Man? But more importantly, what do you think of the claw machine? Is this something that excites you? Or do you think they're going in the wrong direction again, kind of like they did with the Casino-cades, and they should just get back to the, business of doing typical arcade video games? Let me know your thoughts. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. Leave me those comments below. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that as well. That's all for now, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, and happy gaming.